It's been 3 weeks since the last time I been to the track. We actually didn't have the track out for 2 weeks now, so this coming weekend is going to be the third week of me not driving any of my Mini Z on the track. And we have a new layout for February. It's 20 by 15 size RCP track, and it's a little bit tight infield, and I want to see if my R1 in 2500 with used tires in the back and the front can get traction, forward traction and the steering with used tires. Usually when there's a new track layout, it's loose, there's no grip, and when you come out of the corner, the back end is just so loose with used tires. And I want to see if this car, because I feel like this car has a lot of forward traction even with the used tires, but I've never really actually tried it on a brand new track layout. So this weekend I'm gonna see if this car would work with the used tires. Usually you can tell right away when you come out of the corner or go inside the chicane, the back end just comes around, has no grip, no lateral grip at all, or sometimes the front just understeers too much. But I don't think I'm gonna have that understeering problem. I think I'm going to have oversteering, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep you guys updated when I go on the track. Hopefully I won't have to use new tires in the rear. For sure I don't need brand new tires in the front, because this is only 21.7 diameter, and I know I can go down to 21.2, so I'm gonna try to use it all the way down to until I can't use it anymore, which is when I hit that flange. Okay, the goal here is to have this car running without having to use a brand new rear tires. Okay, I'll keep you guys posted. Here's the second part of that video. I was finally able to go back to the track after 3 weekends. On Friday and Saturday, I did 244 laps for this 2500 R1. On Friday, I did 181 laps. I didn't touch anything to the car. The first like 7 laps, there's no traction, especially on the right hand 180 turn, and then just before the straightaway, it's also 180 turn. The back end would come around. So instead of changing for new rear tires, I went ahead and put weight in the back, the one that goes on the side pod, brass weight. This is from the MWX. That's all I did to the car, and the car was planted, although I did need to adjust the throttle curve to -20. The back end coming around, because it's the track was new, so it's a green track, dusty, 20 by 14 2 tiles track. So the back straight was the only 3 tiles and the rest are 2 tiles. It's a tight technical track, and the car didn't do anything funny with the old setup. Actually, this setup is from December. The only thing I did was, if you watch my video of this car, I raised the front to 2.0, the back I kept it at 1.9, and then the weight under the battery. That's all I did to the car. From December, I ran the same setup on January, and then now it's February, but then this time, the tires that I have on here came from January, and the tires I have in the front came from December. Still doing fast laps. Fast lap I did on Friday was 881 after 181 laps. I think the next fast lap here was 8.9. And on Saturday, the R1, this car's fast lap, I only did 63 laps. The fast lap I did was 8.9. 4.66, and I hit 3 of that, and 4 8.7. The next fast lap is 8.78, a different 2500 car. Even though I ran this setup on Friday, on Saturday it's the same setup, even the weights in the back. There's quite a few of us that showed up on Friday, so the track pretty much got cleaned on Friday from us driving around. And on Saturday, there's few of us that went, I think 5 or 6 drivers, and the race line pretty much got cleaned up on Saturday. Fast lap on this car, man, is just doing fast lap, even on my MR04 and my 3500. Okay, anyway, I did not have to change the tires at all over the weekend, especially not the front. The rear tires, I didn't change at all. I didn't want to change the tires because it's not a race day. I just want to drive the car. So the weight was added just to keep the back end composed. I was not able to remove the weights in the back to test because I end up driving my 3500 R1. So yeah, same setup. The ride height's still the same, 2.0, 1.9. The tires didn't even change, okay? So right now, I'm not even going to touch the car. Even though I did 244 laps, I'm not doing anything to the car, not even going to remove the weights. The tire diameter is still 21.7 in the front, and the back is exactly 24.8. These tires were cut, I don't know, beginning of January. And then that's it. It is now February. And yeah, so car is good. If you go to the track, a new layout, it doesn't matter if you local track or to another track, and your back end is coming around, put weights first, especially if it's a new track, just to keep the back end planted for now and get used to the track layout. Once you figure out the track layout and everyone starts going on the track and the race line is cleaned out from the cars going around, then you can start removing the weights and then put the race tires. The purpose here is just so you can go around the track and get used to the feel of the track layout, because it's still dusty. You don't want to be chasing setup on a dusty track. You're used to the track layout, then start chasing for setup maybe in a couple of hours. That's it for this car. Now let's talk about the 3500 real quick. This car is so good. It's so easy to drive, but I have so much traction. This car feels so much better than my 2500. Well, that's another subject. But anyway, I think this is for this video. Okay, thanks.